Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is just a quick vid of me doing a time-lapse build of like a small little forest area. It's not really about the build itself, it's about the aesthetics, and that's mainly what I was going for. Just like some cool little trees and like the lighting is mainly part of it. There's also a little bit of grass tufts around there, and so this is basically the process I went through of building this. And of course, you can check out, this was all done on Obby Creator, and you can check out the game in the link in the description below. So right now, I'm building the root system at the bottom of the trees. And I'm actually going to end up copying most of the roots across each other to make the process a little bit easier. So this is just the basic base of the tree, and this is the basic, I'm saying basic way too much, basic idea for each tree. So now, I'm making the tree a little bit taller to make it more atmospheric when you're inside and you're looking up at all the leaves and the sun shooting through all of the trunks. Alright, I just finished the first tree, and now I'm going to copy it a few times, turn it around, make it look more natural. So I don't have to make a custom tree every single time. I know some people like to do that, but that would just take way too long, especially since this video is already short on time. I'm also now choosing to add in the next version of another version of the tree, and so I just took the trunk and I made it wider and I made it taller, and now I'm copying some of the rooting systems over onto the larger tree to give it more perspective, and so that when it has roots, and so that I don't have to completely custom make roots every time. Of course, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Like, I'm not going to have every root system look the same. I'm putting it at different spots on the tree. I'm adding pieces of root. I'm removing pieces of root. I want it to look really original, but I don't have the time to make everything completely original. And now I'm copying trees around. It's starting to get more of a feel of like a closed-in forest as the trees, and now I'm starting to add leaves onto those trees. I'm going with a pretty simple light green grass blend, and it makes it much darker when there's a bunch of them compiled together, so this actually works perfectly. I've decided to make the leaf system a canopy, so you're completely enclosed in this forest, and so the lighting looks better when it's beating down. I definitely recommend this if you want to make a forest, although the leaves are extremely expensive. Up to this point, each tree has been $30. These leaves are extremely expensive though. They cost a lot of money because I'm making them blocky so I don't have to make a bunch of panels, which is basically what I've been doing for the roots and for the trees themselves. So I recommend you make sure you've stockpiled a lot of money. You can do this by making a bank, by making a really big block that uses up all of your money and placing it in the back of your obby, and then you slowly chip away at it as you need more and more money, or you add onto it if you have extra money. Super useful tip there. Okay, so now I'm just copying some more trees over, and what I've been doing for the leaves is copying sections over, and then filling in the gaps and removing that stuff that doesn't need to be there. And definitely want to be careful when using leaves because of how expensive they can get. This is also the moment where I realized that my tree system is too far back and it needs to be moved forward, which is actually a pretty big issue because this uses about 400 to 500 parts, and you can only select 300 parts at a time. So I have to move it in segments, which is really annoying, and it's not quite perfect when I do it. And you see I moved part over there, and I'm moving the other part closer, and I'm moving the back part back over, and trying to align it. And it was really difficult to do, but luckily I was able to figure it out, and it looks actually genuinely pretty good. Alright, time to show you the full thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like if you enjoyed, subscribe to keep up with all the content I post, and we're actually making this game into a kind of little horror game. You can go check out the code for the Obby in the description below. Also for the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Jackstar out!